Jack and his mother lived in a small, worn-out cottage on the outskirts of the village. Their tiny vegetable garden barely grew anything, and their only source of income was their beloved cow, Daisy. However, Daisy had stopped giving milk, and they had nothing left to eat. One morning, Jack's mother sighed and said, "Jack, we have no choice but to sell Daisy. Take her to the market and get a good price, or we won't have food for the week." Jack, though sad to part with Daisy, knew he had to help his mother. He patted Daisy gently and set off toward the village market. As Jack led Daisy through the bustling market, he looked for someone willing to buy her. Merchants shouted about their goods, fresh apples, warm bread, and silk fabrics. Just then, an old man with a long white beard and twinkling eyes stepped in front of Jack. "Where are you going with that fine cow, young man?" the man asked. "To sell her, sir," Jack replied. The old man smiled and pulled out a small cloth pouch. He opened it to reveal 5 glowing magic beans. "These are no ordinary beans, boy. Plant them at night, and by morning, a beanstalk will reach the sky. In exchange for your cow, these beans will change your life forever." Jack hesitated. Could beans really be that special? But the old man's eyes shone with wisdom. Trusting him, Jack handed over Daisy, took the beans, and rushed home excitedly. Jack ran into the cottage, holding the beans up proudly. "Mother, look. These are magic beans," he exclaimed. But his mother was furious. "Magic beans? You traded our only cow for a handful of beans?" She tossed them out of the window and sent Jack to bed without dinner. Late that night, as Jack lay in bed feeling hopeless, he heard a strange rustling sound outside. He peeked through the window and gasped. The beans had sprouted into a massive beanstalk that twisted up into the sky. "A real magic beanstalk," Jack whispered in awe. Curious, Jack grabbed a satchel and started climbing the beanstalk. The higher he climbed, the colder the air became. Birds flew past, and the wind whistled in his ears. After a long climb, he reached the top and found himself in a strange new land. A massive stone castle stood in the distance, surrounded by clouds. Jack tiptoed to the castle's entrance. The doors were as tall as a tree. Just as he was about to enter, a thunderous voice rumbled from inside. "Fi for fum. I smell the blood of an Englishman." Jack's heart pounded as he hid behind a large wooden barrel. A giant emerged. He was taller than a house, with a bushy beard, tattered clothes, and a fierce look in his eyes. Inside the castle, the giant's wife was kind-hearted. She gave Jack some bread and warned him that her husband would eat him if he found him. As the giant snored in his chair, Jack noticed a golden goose in a cage. "This goose lays golden eggs," Jack whispered. Carefully, he opened the cage, grabbed the goose, and ran toward the beanstalk. But as he reached the door, "Fifofum," the giant woke up. Jack ran as fast as he could, carrying the golden goose. Jack scrambled down the beanstalk as fast as he could. The giant roared in fury and began climbing down after him. Jack shouted, "Mother, bring the axe." His mother rushed out, and together, they chopped the beanstalk with all their might. The beanstalk trembled and crash. The giant tumbled down and disappeared forever. With the golden goose, Jack and his mother became rich. They rebuilt their house, helped the poor, and never went hungry again. Jack learned a valuable lesson: bravery and quick thinking can change one's life.
Please like and subscribe my channel for more such stories.